In this video, we will continue with fundamental rights and we will look at Article 16 of Indian Constitution. Article 16 of Indian Constitution talks of equal opportunity of employment and that there will be no discrimination based on religion, race, caste, sex, descent, place of birth and residence. So Article 16 talks of equal opportunity of employment and there will be no discrimination. However, the government can and has made laws for reservations for backward classes, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in government jobs. However, this is not in contravention of the constitution. As such positive discrimination is allowed for OBCs, SCs and STs. In case of religious institutions, the government can make a rule that the role to be filled needs religious qualifications. For example, to be a trustee of a Hindu temple, the man needs to be a Hindu. So such qualifications can be brought in. So in case of religious institutions, the government can make a rule that the role to be filled needs religious qualifications. The parliament can prescribe residence as a condition for certain employment or appointment in a state or union territory or local authority or any other authority. So the parliament is empowered to make certain rules that prescribe residence as a condition for certain employment. As the Public Employment, that is Requirement as to Residence Act of 1957 expired in 1974, there is no such provision for any state except Andhra Pradesh. However, there are other states that are bringing in residence as a condition for employment within the state. Even Madhya Pradesh is trying to do this now. So the next we will look at is the Mandal Commission. The Mandal Commission is important because we are already looking at reservations. We are looking at non-discrimination and positive discrimination. So the Mandal Commission is an important topic. In 1979, the Morarji Desai government appointed the Second Backwards Classes Commission under the chairmanship of B.P. Mandal, a member of Parliament. This was done in accordance with Article 340 of the Indian Constitution, which allows the government to appoint a commission to investigate the conditions of the backward classes. The commission submitted its report in 1980 and identified as many as 3,743 castes as socially and educationally backward castes. Excluding the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, they constitute nearly 52% component of the Indian population. The Commission recommended for reservation of 27% of government jobs for the other backward classes, so that the total reservations of all, that is SCs, STs and OBCs, amounts to 50%. So the Mandal Commission recommended that 27% of all government jobs be reserved for OBCs, so that the total reservation for SCs, STs and OBCs amounts to 50%. Please note that excluding the SCs and STs, the OBCs constitute nearly 52% of the Indian population. This is what the Mandal Commission found in its report in 1980. Although this report was submitted in 1980, it sat gathering dust for 10 years. It was in 1990 that the VP Singh government declared reservation of 27% of government jobs for the OBCs. Again, in 1991, the Narasimha Rao government included two changes. Preference to the poorer sections among the OBCs in the 27% quota, that is the adoption of the economic criteria in granting reservation. We have already seen the creamy layer concept. This is what was done by the Narasimha Rao government in 1991. Narasimha Rao is one of the greatest prime ministers that India has seen. It was the Narasimha Rao government that introduced the creamy layer and gave preference to the poorer sections among the other backward castes. The second point, reservation of another 10% of jobs for poorer, that is economically backward sections of higher castes who are not covered by any existing schemes of reservation. So the Narasimha Rao government also sought to give 10% reservation for economically backward castes within the higher castes. That is, for example, Brahmins were higher castes. So Narasimha Rao government sought to give 10% reservation for economically backward classes of, let's say, Brahmins. So this was these were the two steps that the Narasimha Rao government gave. So in the Mandal case of 1992, the court rejected the additional 10% reservation for poorer sections of higher castes. It, however, upheld the constitutional validity of 27% reservation for OBCs with certain conditions. So these two provisions that was given by the Narasimha Rao government, that is the creamy layer concept and the reservation for economically backward people within the higher castes, was taken to court. In the Mandal case of 1992, the court rejected the additional 10% reservation for poorer sections of the higher castes. However, it upheld the constitutional validity of 27% reservation for OBCs, but it did so with certain conditions. What were these conditions? It is economically well-off sections of the OBCs to be excluded from reservation. This is where the creamy layer concept comes in. So no reservations in promotions. The Supreme Court said that you could have reservations for OBCs for gaining entry into the job. However, promotions had to be on basis of merit or tenure. There is no reservation in promotions. This is what the Supreme Court said. So the total reserved quota, that is that of the OBCs, SC, ST, should not exceed 50%. Although this provision exists, the 76th Amendment Act of 1994 was implemented that allowed Tamil Nadu to have 69% reservations. Even today, Tamil Nadu is the only state that has 69% reservations for jobs for OBCs, SCs and STs put together. However, the Supreme Court has said that the total reserved quota for OBC, SC, ST should not exceed 50%. The 76th Amendment Act of 1994 was implemented to allow Tamil Nadu to have 69% reservations, which still is in place. This act was placed in the 9th schedule to keep it out of judicial review. The carry forward rule in case of unfilled vacancies is valid, but it should not violate the 50% rule. What does the carry forward rule mean? The carry forward rule means, let's say there were 100 seats that were available. That means 50 seats were reserved. Let's say only 40 seats were filled and 10 seats were not filled. These 10 seats are carried forward to the next year. So next year, let's say there are another 100 seats that are available, and in this case these 10 seats are carried forward. However, please note that the SC says that the 50% rule should not be violated. So a maximum of 50% of the seats only can be reserved, even though there is an option for carry forwarding any of the reservations that were not filled in the previous year. However, the 50% ceiling on backlog reservation was nullified by the 81st Amendment Act of 2000 that empowers the state to consider the unfilled reserved vacancies of a year as a separate class of vacancies to be filled in any of the succeeding year or years. Hence, for a given year, the number of posts reserved can be greater than 50% if there were backlogs from the previous year. So this is what was done by the 81st Amendment Act of 2000. It allowed backlog vacancies to be considered in the next year, and this could exceed 50% quota. The National Backward Classes was established in 1993 as a permanent statutory body. This was done to consider inclusions and exclusions of castes from the list of job reservations. This is about Article 16 of the Indian Constitution, and this is about the Mandal Commission. The Mandal Commission is an important topic. We have seen this. Please run through the video multiple times so that you have a better understanding of Article 16 and the Mandal Commissions and how the reservations are implemented for the OBCs. This concludes Article 16. We will next be looking at Article 17, that is abolition of untouchability, in the next video. Thank you.